Today is June 1st, 2024. I've been struggling with continuing to think about my ex, not reminiscing, not anything in particular, just various thoughts. But daily, I think about him, and I don't want to think about him anymore. I just don't want to think about him. I know that I was in a relationship with him for 12 years. So it's I guess it's a little bit challenging to completely turn off any thoughts of this person who was a daily fixture in your life for that amount of time. You know, it's about 10 months, 9 or 10 months since the separation. So it does take time, I guess. I was also thinking about still not reconciling with his lack of self reflection. It's really bothering me that he has not taken any responsibility or accountability for his actions that cause responses. However, there's nothing that I can do about that. But I know at some point he was trying to make reference that I'm a narcissist, and that's, whatever his thoughts or feeling is about that. But I was also thinking today that if in fact he is, getting information related to narcissists and his algorithm because of that thought concept, it was just a thought to me that as he is listening to all of these points about a person narcissist is this and that, if he's always like, yes, she did this, yes, she did that, yeah, that's her, that's her, that's her, does he also self-reflect to say, well, wait, no, well, we're not, wait, I was doing that. Oh, I'm doing, that was me. But, I was just wondering if that was a self-reflection that he had. It's really not important. It's not my business. It's not my concern. But I do feel that he is mentally ill. I'm not calling him a narcissist. I know that a lot of the toxic traits, in my opinion, he did hold. At least he's a toxic person with a mental disorder, in my opinion. As far as pushing it to narcissist or whatever, because as I know that word is thrown out a lot, but as the actual researchers and therapists have indicated that very few people are actually diagnosed as a narcissist, because most narcissists don't even go in for treatment for any type of evaluation of sorts. And also, that any of us can have narcissistic traits at times, but it's a matter of character and the habitualness of the particular action or behavior that kind of puts a person in a category of illness. So that's that. But I'm not a therapist. I'm not a clinical dietitian. I have no studies, no course studies to make any type of clinical decisions regarding another person. I do know my experience, the continuousness, the habitualness, the pattern of behavior consecutively of that person, the ex, which leads me to believe that he has a mental illness that does need treatment, but it's not my job, and nothing that I did or my experience with him would allow him to self-reflect enough to seek his own treatment, which would be necessary in order for that issue to be resolved. But Again, I do want to not think about him. I'm currently in my scheduled grief on him, and it's not a one session thing. Probably because I've spent the most time in my life with him continuously outside of my children, and so that's why his scheduled grief is not a 1.5 or 2 hour session. It's on day 2 now. But I'm hoping that once I can get everything that I could think of currently about him out on paper and go through my reasoning, my feelings, my thoughts, my releases and stuff like that, that I can then stop. It would then bring the thoughts of him out of my daily mental, because I don't want to think about him anymore, and I do redirect myself, but I just don't want my thoughts to wander there anymore. But I'm giving myself grace. I know it takes time, and I know that I had real feelings for him no matter what they were. And it's not so easy to turn your feelings off. It's not easy to, you not even turn pain off. You just have to deal with pain, and pain heals slowly. And the thoughts of him is just me still feeling my cuts, I'm still feeling my cuts. They are healing, but it takes time. If you have a broken leg or a broken arm, just because it's casted up, which supports or promotes the healing, is not fixed the next day. Sometimes it takes months for a bone to mend, a cut to heal, a wound to heal. And sometimes it's the pain and scars and residual effects of that are still come up, and sometimes it's a daily thing. But I know at some point that I will not think of him. I just would like for it to go faster than it is, but I'm helping myself, but it's kind of beyond my control, and it does take time. And I know that in previous breakups, I've had daily thoughts. I'm not crying or emotional about anything. Sometimes I get upset about behaviors that were made towards me, but at this point I'm pretty neutral and calm. But it does upset me sometimes for very briefly. I know this week it was him golfing when he don't even have a MasterCard logo on his debit card, which again is not my business, but it's just like, your priority is golfing when your bank account has been restricted. It's just upsetting to me, or disturbing rather to me, that his focus is on having fun than figuring out, why is this happening? What did I do wrong? I should not, like not punish yourself, but sit down, be still, like do something to fix your pattern of behavior so that you don't affect yourself going forward for the long term. But I only know what I know. He could have another bank account or something. I don't know, done something different. I have no idea, and it's not my business. I have to remember that it's not my business, and his behaviors and responses to things are not going to be the way I would do it, or the way I think he should do it. And so that's again my controlling nature of sensible actions that I would think are thinking it out for the better. But overall, it's not my business. And overall, I'm on my healing journey. I can't expect anyone else to heal intensely as I am, but I am giving myself grace to let the thoughts of him go as gradually as they are, with Holy Spirit in place to guide me along and calm me down and redirect my thoughts and emotions in that aspect of everything.